Hey, good afternoon, Palm Pixels Vlogs followers. We're back out here in Santa Monica like I promised. Today we have a gentleman that's going to speak with us. Unfortunately, due to some homelessness issues, some of the guys, of course, didn't make it. But that's what happens when you work with these kind of people. But we did find a gentleman that is willing to do a short interview with us. So this holiday season, we're going to do something different. We're not here to debate statistics, push agendas, or push sound bites either. I'm going to sit down with one man who's currently living on the streets of Los Angeles and Santa Monica. He's a true man. This is not about memories, regrets. It's about resilience and his truth. This conversation's raw, it's unfiltered, and it's real. At one point during this conversation, I may even break down my past. This isn't about fixing everything in an hour. It's about stopping long enough to hear each other. Thank you for trusting me with this story. Fuck, man. All right, we're back here in Santa Monica with my friend here. Good to meet you, man. I hope you're having a great day. Just here to ask you a couple questions. First off, what's your name and where did you grow up?
My name is Sincere. I'm from Yonkers, New York.
You said where?
I'm from Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers, New York. Okay.
Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers. Oh, really? Yonkers? I've heard of Yonkers. I'm actually from Ohio.
What part of Ohio?
Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cincinnati?
Well, because of YouTube, I don't like to tell people exactly where I'm from or where I live. But I'm from Northeast Ohio, so we're East Coast brothers. I like that. Before the streets, man, what did a normal day in your life look like before coming out here on the streets?
Well, beginning of the day by waking up, praying, assisting my family with course chores they may need done, just going out there trying to live my life, man. It's totally different. It's been so long ago, you know.
Yes, sir. And what moment or series of moments led you here?
I believe it to be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? It could have been my past incarceration. It could have been my involvement in the street, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's something people assume about you that isn't true?
That I'm a bum.
That you're a bum. So when we're out here, like, you know, I've noticed, I'm sure my partners notice, we do get a lot of stares. I honestly, it doesn't bother me any. I'm sure it doesn't bother you, but so that's what a lot of people, they come by and they just think you're a bum, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just based on it, you see a person with a lot of baggage with them, you know what I mean? Like clothes or anything like that, bags. You know, people gonna assume, I mean, I would do the same thing.
I wanted to ask you, when you met us yesterday, because I know you met me yesterday, did I approach you like you were a bum?
No.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to sometimes humble yourself and check to make sure. I wanted to make sure I didn't make you feel like that. So that's great. Finally, I got a few more questions. What keeps you going on days like this, days that are cold? I know it's Santa Monica, LA area. Normally it's beautiful and warm out, but of course the ocean's right behind us, as you guys know. You know, what keeps you going on days like today?
Well, first and foremost, you know, like I said, me being from New York, I grew up with cold weather, you know what I mean? But people have this assumption that if you're from back east, Chicago, wherever, you love cold weather. Nah, I don't like cold weather. I was born there, you know what I mean? And so at the same time, you know, I felt days way colder than this, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I remember playing basketball years and years ago back in New York, and we playing like 16 degrees below, you know what I mean? So this is really nothing, you know what I mean? I just haven't felt, because I've been out here so long, I just haven't felt the coldness, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I'm cold, and I'm from the East Coast, and I'll tell you this, I'm cold today.
Cold in Ohio too?
I'm cold right now.
Yeah.
So, what do you, when people walk by, what do you think they get wrong about the overall general population of all the homeless out here? Like, what do you think they get wrong? I know you said bums,
everybody's not. hooked on drugs. Everybody's not out to beat you for some money, you know what I'm saying, or harm you, and that type of man like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually, honestly, a perfect answer. Did you guys hear that? I hope you guys really take that into consideration. Not everybody's out here on drugs. Not everybody is out here bumming. Some of them ain't out here trying to steal. They're just homeless. You know, they've went through some things in their life, and unfortunately, you know, for some people, especially I've noticed in LA, that our older community, you know, that's what is getting affected the most. So that's what I'm trying to, you know, figure out and see what we can do to help the older community specifically. Since you've been out here on the streets, do you feel invisible, judged, or ignored, or all three?
Say it one time, my friend.
Since you've been out here on the streets, do you feel invisible? Do you feel judged or ignored, or all three?
I don't feel. Honestly,
Like, do you think people judge you?
I don't think all three. I don't really. That's never really been a factor. I mean,
Okay.
It doesn't come by my thinking or nothing.
If you could say just one sentence to everybody watching our video today, the camera's right there, what would it be? If you could say one sentence to the America.
Life goes on. What don't make you weak could only make you strong.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, I understand, you know, currently you're in this predicament, but do you believe one day things can get better?
Oh, I know for a fact. I mean, in the end, I know. In the end, let me say this like this: when Nelson Mandela was released, and he wrote some of his thoughts down after being released, he remember a certain time when he was locked down, and I can't say it the way he formulated, but in the end he knew he was going to win. In the end, I know I'm gonna be a successful person, right? Not judged upon what I'm carrying or the fact that I'm out on the street with this baggage.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that I'm going to win in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, man. I believe you're going to also win in the end. Before we wrap this up, I also want to share something special with you guys. I also, at one point in my life, was homeless. I've spent a couple nights on the street, and I'll tell you, that was in Northeast Ohio, and it was in the actual fall. It wasn't winter, but it was fall in Northeast Ohio. I woke up cold, woke up wet. It really, actually, I did some things that I can't even say on YouTube. I basically harmed myself in different ways several times just to get out of the cold. I struggled with alcohol when I was young. Never into drugs, but I did. I struggled with alcohol. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was just thought I was everything in life. And, you know, it can catch you, you know, real young, and it did. It caught me. I made some bad choices, and thankfully, you know, I've turned my life around multiple times. I've made a few stumbles along the way. And what I try to tell people the most is never to judge anybody. Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge this man or the next man. And you never know when you may end up homeless yourself, especially in today's world, living in LA. Things are expensive out here, and you just never know. And like we discussed earlier, homelessness can affect anybody, not just somebody using drugs or stealing or somebody that got out of prison. You know, there's a lot of factors that can lead to homelessness, and there's also a lot of factors that go into getting housed into major cities like this. So in closing, I wanted to thank you for, you know, of course, coming out here, but I wanted to ask you, what do you want people to remember about this interview and our time spent today? I know I brought you some tacos. It wasn't about the tacos, but what do you want people to remember?
They'll say this man really did what he said he was going to do. Because as this new year begins, I'm starting the new year very new. You know what I'm saying? Even in my age, I'm saying I'm going to change. I'm going to document every success. I'm saying from the smallest to the biggest. and I'm not going to backslide or nothing, so people can say, hey, it started with that interview. It is going to start with this interview.
Yes, sir.
And let me say this too, 2026 is going to be a better year for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And for the people listening and watching this interview, let me say this. I pray that 2026, when it starts and begins, that someone breaks into your house and takes away all your pain, suffering, bad decisions, indecisions. Happy New Year, everybody.
Hey, I appreciate your time and courteousness with us. Hey guys, that was deep. I don't even know what to say. It hits me deep and I somewhat get emotional, so we're gonna end this a little short. As you guys know, we had a few other guys that were supposed to come today, but being homeless is tough, so I'm sure something might have happened. You know, I'm sure, hopefully I can run into them again. But I'm gonna stop back in a couple weeks, check in on you, maybe run back, maybe see how, maybe people want to check on you, see how we are, how you are. So maybe we'll come back in a few weeks and see how you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you take it serious. I hope you know that homelessness can affect anybody. Don't take your life for granted every day. Anybody can end up in this situation. We are gonna end this interview on a positive note though. I'm gonna take a short break, but when we come back, I think our friend here is
When I was only a seed, begging to be free, dear God, would you please hear this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed, begging to be free, dear God. Nowadays I feel I just got robbed for all my freedom and all my youth. We such this prayer go through. Where to start? I guess it start from the top. When I was a tot, way up in Yonkers for Christmas rockin' Tonka toys. My cousin Roy watching Mighty Mouse, tearing up the house. Richie Rich was fat. I read Cat in the Hat up until the adolescence. It came the lesson to be learned. It came the lessons to be learned back then. Mad skids was smoking sherm. Made us little food without getting burned or getting my cap peeled. That was real, but still, I noticed some things. Oh, the kids that slang, many fights with those that want to bang. Boom, the next day, shots in my classroom. I hit the floor, all I saw was the door. Dear God, would you please hit this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed. Begging to be free, dear God. Check the substance of this man. I bear my soul truly sincere. Like the last days when Jesus had no fear. What's this world coming to? Why I do the things I do. Right now, it's time to give it up to you. But the streets keep calling me, so how can I be true? But think about you, that won't work. That's how I got hurt. This has gotta be made now. I'm tired of living foul, tired of living my life, creeping at night. Tired of dodging the bullets that come from a fight, Father. Would you please hear this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed. Begging to be free, dear God. I think about my son right now, my only seed. Just the other day, he learned how to read. He only 3. I hope he don't turn out like me, Father, with so much hate in my heart. By age 23, didn't finish school, lost my cool over some fool, and I'm doing 5 in an hour. I must admit, God, I was kind of wild to get my point across. Sometimes I get loud. I never needed no one to tell me this or tell me that ain't right. No obligations, I stayed out all night. That's the song. Now here's the spoken word. Tell me if this ain't powerful. Again, I'm back giving y'all some of my songs that break down in the spoken word format. Hope you like what you hear. Dear God, would you please hear this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed, begging to be free. Dear God, nowadays I feel I just got robbed. For all my freedom and all my youth, please let this prayer go through. Where to start? I guess I start when I was a tot, way up in Yonkers, watching Tonka toys. My cousin Roy watching Mighty Mouse. Yeah, you remember, tearing up the house. Richie Rich was fat. I read Cat in the Hat up until my adolescence. Then here came the lessons to be learned. Back then, mad kids were smoking sherm. That's right. I made it through middle school without getting burned or getting my cap peeled. That's real, but still, I noticed some things. Oh, the kids are slang. Many fights after school with those that want to bang. Boom! The next day, shots in my classroom. I hit the floor. All I saw was the door. Dear God, would you please hear this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed, begging to be free. Dear God, check the essence of this man. I bear my soul truly sincere. Like the last days when Jesus had no fear. What's this world coming to? Why I do the things I do. Right now, it's time to give it up to you. But the streets keep calling me, so how can I be true? Let's think about you. That won't work. That's how I got hurt. Decisions got to be made now. I'm tired of living foul. I'm tired of living my life, creeping at night. Tired of dodging them bullets that come from a fight. Father, would you please hear this rap? Take me back when I was only a seed, begging to be free. Dear God, I think about my son right now, I only seed. Just the other day, he learned how to read. He only 3. I hope he don't turn out like me, Father, with so much hate in my heart by age 23. Didn't fit school, lost my cool over some fool, and I'm doing 5 on the hour. I must admit, God, I was kind of wild. To get my point across, sometimes I got loud. I never needed no one to tell me this or tell me that ain't right. No obligations, so I stayed out all night. I hope y'all like that.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this show today. This is the point of the video where I'm gonna ask, hey, if you like what you see, give us a subscribe, a follow, a like, a share, and I'm gonna let our guy close it out today.
Thanks for coming to see us, America. I hope you like what you've seen. And remember to join us next time in Santa Monica.
See you guys.